What up, y'all?
Redo!
This is Lacey KeKe, and my name is Dana B.
And I'm Cassie
This
J.
is take
I said
2.
my name this time. The last time I didn't say my name.
Y'all, we was straight up in the middle of a video, and out of nowhere, it just cut off.
Just stopped.
It's like, huh? So, we're gonna do this all over again.
We're gonna get this done.
So today, in this video, we're going to be reviewing Atlanta
Dana got an
Housewives.
attitude. She all mad.
Cause it's like,
She in her feelings.
I was about to start. Oh, it was tempting. Nevertheless, we're gonna review Real Housewives of Atlanta season
We're doing
12,
2
episodes
episodes.
6 and 7. We did not do any videos last week because honestly, both shows were kind of dry. So we was
It
just
wasn't
like,
a lot happening, so we're gonna try to mesh it together to make it a lot happening in this one episode. So we're gonna start with the first one,
Episode 6.
It's called. So for those who don't know, it's 12, season 12. These hoes been doing this for 12 seasons now. But this is episode 6. Shut up, Dana. This is episode 6.
why they gotta be hoes?
Some of them are.
Well,
So
these
where there's
marrieds now.
you can still be a married hoe.
Really? I feel like Drea from Basketball Wives. Doesn't your hoe card,
No,
expire?
it don't. No. Some people be
She said
married.
that.
Some people be married and still be hoeing. They call it swingers.
Oh.
Where there's a will. No. This is actually where there's a wig. The real saying is where there's a will, there's a way. But they don't add it where there's a wig, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we're just
We're gonna run through this real quick.
Yes.
So Tanya tells Portia they're gonna go to Carnival in Canada. That's where Tanya's from. She's from Canada. I would love to go to Canada.
I want to go to Toronto.
You want to see Drake?
Nah, actually, when I went to DR, and there was like a group of guys together, and they were from Toronto. They were like mad cool. They were like, yeah, you gotta come to Toronto, da 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 da. So it's always been on my bucket list because of that.
I want to go too. When we go, we'll take you guys with us if we go.
Yeah. We want to do a vlog.
We are. We're gonna go somewhere one day, you guys, and we're gonna take you guys with us.
Yes.
We haven't decided where we're going. I tried to get her to do something as small as getting on the light rail, and she wouldn't even do that with me. I tried to start her off small, baby stepper. She wouldn't even be on the light rail with me to take you guys.
And back to Real Housewives of Atlanta.
So, Todd and Kayla talk about their relationship. As you guys know, Todd is not the most affectionate with his daughter. He's very much
A guy.
just do as I say and get it done, and don't complain about it. I said it because I'm your dad, and that's what it is.
Well, he's trying to make
He wanted her to be a
Kayla
hustler.
a hustler like
I'm
he
a
is.
hustler, honey.
And it's like,
She's like, but can you just tell me, like, you're proud of me? Just give me a little something, just sit and have a regular conversation with me sometimes. You ain't got to. She said, the only time you show me any emotion is when you're upset with me.
yeah.
That is very disheartening for any child, boy or girl. You don't want to, all you ever hear is you're disappointed. Like, that's not what you
I
want to
guess
hear.
Todd doesn't realize, like, girls are,
And
even
even,
squishy little things.
yeah, even in that conversation, he was, like, joking about it. Like, he was kind of like, like he wasn't taking it serious. And she was just like, so you think my emotions are a joke?
Yeah.
Like, that's how she probably perceived it. Like, so my emotions are a joke. What I'm saying to you isn't serious. Okay. And Candace's in the middle. So she's just kind of like, I really can't engage because that's your birth child and this is what we're choosing to do. You raised your child that way and I raised Riley my way, and it's kind of like hard when you're trying to have a blended family.
Yeah.
So, Nene and Candy have lunch. Nene says that she has a recording of Cynthia dogging her out, talking mad shit about her, and Candy's kind of like, okay.
Well, she was just like, she was shocked.
Like,
but she didn't want to hear, like, the recording or nothing like that, or she didn't ask for the receipts. But she was just like, wow. And then, Candy's trying to, like, be devil's advocate because Nene's feeling some type of way.
This is like more evidence of why I did what I did, why I'm right for what I did.
Well, because, like, Candy was like, well, you did have an interview right before New York trip where you saw each other.
She did bring that up, and she was like, I'm warranted for that. She went on this press release and this tour and was talking about me. She was like,
and it's like,
girl,
Nene, you've been talking about that's what you do. Basically, she did
Just
a you
own up.
on you.
Own
Because
up.
that's what Nene does. When Nene's not feeling you, she will dog you out in these interviews. So she don't like it.
She
that
did to Portia.
Yeah, she did a lot of people.
Yeah.
Cynthia multiple times.
Like they said, Nene has had a fight with everybody on this show at some point.
Yeah.
So it's like, and you're the only one. And part of that is because you have it on the show the longest. But Candy has been on the show also like every season except for like 2 or 3. I think she came on like season 3 or so. So she's been on almost as long as you as well. So the fact that she hasn't got into an argument with everybody shows something about you too. Mm-hmm. So maybe you might want to look in the mirror. So Candy does let Cynthia know about the recording. And Cynthia acts like she's so unbothered.
She is bothered.
She's like, I don't care. She can shove it up her ass.
She keeps bringing it up. Even in the next episode, she kept bringing it up.
She let homegirl Eva know.
I didn't like how she reiterated it to Eva because she kind of twisted the words. Because she gonna tell Eva, Nene had someone record
like
me.
she was that important.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's not what happened. Someone decided to record you and then go back to Nene. It's not like Nene said, oh, yeah, record Cynthia. And
like she made it a mission in her life.
You know what I mean?
To go
like,
get dirt on you. Like,
that's not true. So I didn't really like that. It's like, why are you twisting the words here, especially to Eva of all people?
Right.
Come on now.
Let's not give her any more ammo to be petty.
Facts.
So Marlo decides to have a wig launch party because that's her new product, or wigs. Because Marlo does wear wigs, as well as a bunch of these other girls on the show. So it's not like it's just her. And it was a cute little party. She invited the
Everybody.
ladies.
Only person that didn't come was Eva. Eva was
Which
like,
is
I'm not.
Understandable.
Yeah.
All
the ladies are there. Well,
everybody
Kenya
was
wasn't there either yet.
Yeah. I don't know. Did she invite Kenya?
She invited everybody.
Oh, okay.
But Kenya was saying, I'm not going, because she was with Portia when she found out about it. And she was like, I'm not going, da-da-da-da. So then, or maybe she said, I might go.
I might.
One of those things. But
the grand entrance goes to Miss Nene Leakes.
That is a grand entrance, honey. With that hair and that outfit, that dress. I'm like, yes, Miss Leakes. That's how you come through.
I was here for her entrance. Now, I was not here for her once she got there.
Well, her fake ass, don't be hugging. You know damn well none of the ladies fuck with you like that.
She giving out kisses and
hugs and stuff. Don't hug me. We ain't cool. Don't.
Portia wasn't here for her because soon as she came to Portia,
I could be cordial. I could do a little hey, but
Portia curved her so hard. Portia said,
yeah, she was like, and I'm going this way. Where's the food?
And she made sure to not give her any attention, no time. She did not want to be in the same space as her. And she told them, I do not want to be in the same space as her. Keep her away from me.
Yeah.
Keep her over there. I'll be over here. And Marlo was just trying to bring everybody together. Come on, let's all get together. No, Marlo, I told you, I don't want to be over there with her.
So just when you're thinking that, they're going to play out this awkward moment, here comes Kenya Moore with her
marching band.
Child. So she comes in there with a marching band. I think it was like maybe 5 people.
Yeah.
Playing loud enough, music and instruments, promoting her hair care, her Edges product. I felt that to be so disrespectful. And I don't see why people think that's funny. That's not funny to me. I found nothing funny about it.
Some people thought it was funny. They thought it was petty. They would say it was petty, but some people like pettiness. So they was just like, oh, that was so petty. No, that was tacky.
That was disrespectful.
And she was like, I'm a businesswoman. I seized the opportunity. What you should have did was you should have went to Marlo and said, I know you have an event, and I have my product line. Why don't we work together to do an event together? That's what a businesswoman would have did.
Right.
But you wanted to make a scene, and I get it. I get why you want to do that, because you trying to keep your spot, keep your check coming in real steady like, and you want to get that raise for the next season. I get what you're doing as far as the production goes. But yes,
and honestly,
that is wrong for what you
those
did.
type of actions kind of, I was like rooting for Kenya. I'm still semi-rooting for her in her relationship.
But
it's like Kenya, you make me you start to remind me why
I didn't like you.
You know
before,
what I'm saying?
Right? Why I was like,
I thought you were a changed one, but this is disrespectful on so many levels.
Yeah, that's the old Kenya coming back. And
truthfully, Marlo tried to take it as best she could.
Handled it well for a while.
Because she was like, okay, well, you're here now, so let's participate.
She
this is my event.
She acknowledged her. She said, everybody, Miss Kenya Moore, more hairline or care, whatever it's called. And she was like, oh, did you bring some products with you? Do you have something for my edges? Because, girl, my edges is under here. It is struggling under this wig. And, she played along with her for a while. But then it was like Kenya just kept going.
Because she was like, all right, let's continue with my event.
Right.
So, all right, you're here now, so come on, play the game. Kenya's like, no.
I'm not here for that.
She was like, if you're not here for me, then you could get the hell out.
And
honestly, I feel like this thing, I would have put the pause on the bitch. I don't condone violence.
She was like, you're just in time.
But that's some disrespectful shit. You deserve to get the pause on you at that moment.
She was like, you're just in time. We're getting ready to play a game. So, do you want to come on and play the game? And she was like, no, I'm not here for that. I was just here, basically to promote myself.
Pretty much.
And she was like,
no.
Well, this is what we're doing. This is my party. We're here to play this game and participate in my event. If you don't want to be a part of that, then you can remove yourself. And at this point, all the ladies that went over here
talking to Kenya,
with the exception of Nene.
Yeah.
Nene's over here on the couch, because she's like, I don't want to be a part of none of that.
So then she was like, well, fine, if you're not going to be here to, help you support me, then you need to go.
You can leave.
So then she was like, I'm not going anywhere.
And some of the ladies still was talking to her. And
but
she
it's
was
like, what kind of entitlement do you think you have? I'm not going anywhere on your party. It's like, come on now.
And she was like, I can get security to escort you out. She was like, security's not going to do anything to me. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You can't tell her what her security's going to do. You can't tell her that you're not going to leave and no one's going to make you leave. You should have just been lady enough and mature enough to just leave on your own when she said you need to leave, you're not going to participate. First of all, you shouldn't have did it to begin with. But the fact that you showed up.
If you didn't want to really support, you should never came. You should have never came. If you really was not there to genuinely support Marlo at Marlo's event, you shouldn't have been there.
Just leave.
You want to be
And so she told other ladies too. She said, if y'all want to stay over here and continue to talk to Marlo, then you can leave with her. Kenya, I'm sorry. If you want to sit there and continue to support Kenya, then you can leave too. Candy was like, about to tell me who I can talk to and not talk to. Now that's when she went to the old Marlo that we know.
Yeah.
She got on that microphone and started chanting.
Yeah. And that's when Nene decides to leave. She's like, I don't need this.
She said, I am in a place in my life.
Also, we skipped over thirsty ass Giovanna. She got on my last nerve that episode. She was thirsty as hell. So
Giovanna is always thirsty. Every time
Candy,
you see her
when they got to Marlo's event.
Oh yeah, we forgot about
Candy
that. The receipts.
Candy starting to be like a little, what's that thing? Dog? What's that thing that
the charade.
Yeah, the charade.
Bone collector.
That's what Candy started to be.
Yeah.
But she was in front of Cynthia, so it was Giovanna, Cynthia, and Candy. She was like, yeah, Giovanna, were you the one that recorded Cynthia?
And she was like, who said I recorded her? She said, no one said you did. I'm asking you, did you?
Everybody know your ass did it, because you already said it to Nene.
She was like, no, I didn't do that.
When you told Nene that you heard Cynthia was talking mess about her, Nene said, do you have receipts? She said, yes, I do.
Because Marlo was like, I want to hear those.
What kind of receipts did you have? So, nevertheless, and then when Nene was leaving, Giovanna wants to chase after her like a puppy.
Outside and beat on her window. She said, don't you hit my window.
Like, we friends almost.
We associates. Don't you hit my window, girl. Yeah.
And she's like, y'all need to stop chasing after Nene. If she wants to leave, let her leave.
Girl,
don't chase after her. I think she likes that.
She do. People chasing me.
People want me. People need me.
Did you see how them hoes was chasing me?
Though, but it's like, Nene, girl.
I'd be like this. No.
Like, bye. Drive safely. Wear your seatbelt.
Text me when you get home.
I ain't chasing after nobody. As I said, I don't even chase my liquor.
Okay.
I do, but
I
just love that saying though. It's like, I don't even chase my liquor.
Chasing a high. I ain't chasing a high or a buy.
I do feel like Nene. Okay, a part of me feels like Nene should have stayed to support Marlo, because Marlo supports her without a shadow of a doubt.
And then just think about last season. Remember, she got so mad at her. You're not supporting me, bitch. So now you're not supporting your friend.
However, I kind of get, like, Nene's like, I don't want this right now. I'm trying to be in a good space. She's trying to change or whatever.
So you want to move yourself.
But at the end, I feel like Nene should have stayed and supported her friend.
Yeah, I agree too. And
which she does acknowledge on the next episode.
And then I got upset that after they finally got Kenya to leave, she's over there laughing about it. I'm a businesswoman. Okay, girl, bye. So when they're sitting down and, Marlo's letting them know why she was upset with them, she was just like, you guys are supposed to be here for me, and you should have supported me just then when she did all that. You guys shouldn't have been over there talking to her. You should have just, and they was just like, so Cynthia says, well, I'm actually glad that Kenya showed up. Cynthia, let me tell you something, honey.
Now, let me tell you something, honey.
It's nothing wrong with you being friends with people who aren't friends. But when you have those situations, you have to learn that sometimes the best thing that you can do in situations is just be quiet. Don't take no sides. Just be quiet. And if you are going to take a side, you need to take the side of what's right. Not, well, that's my friend and I just want to support. Either you be quiet or you take the side of what's right, period. Mm-hmm. And you know what's right regardless of which friend it is. You know the difference between what's right and what's wrong. So she was wrong, point blank, period. You don't crash nobody's event. Or just shut up.
Facts.
I need for Kenya to learn, get the spirit of the silence. Because she talking too much lately.
Cynthia?
Cynthia needs you to be quiet.
So yeah, that episode, it was kind of dry. Honestly, the highlight was when
She
Kenya,
came and crashed his party.
That was about it. And Nene's entrance. Nene's entrance was everything to me.
She comes in.
So then the next episode
was what would Michelle O do? I'm sure they're referring to the
Obama.
only Michelle, the one that matters.
What you said.
Okay. So Kenya is talking about the party she crashed.
She thinks it's cute. I still don't find it cute. Very disrespectful.
And I've noticed that, she keeps it seems like every time she gets with somebody, she always brings up her relationship problems. I'm noticing a pattern.
That's all. You told me that too.
Yes, every time
that's all
she sits with
that's her
somebody,
storyline. That's all she's talking
girl,
about.
we can be sitting here having lunch talking about how great the salad is, and she's like, Mark, I be trying to have lunch with Mark, and he really likes when I make salads, but sometimes he gets upset when I don't.
But that's her storyline. Kenya's storyline is her relationship with Mark,
and she always getting
trying to stir up some unnecessary mess. That's Kenya Moore.
In the beginning, I was like, girl, I feel so bad. But now we're on episode, 7? And you're still crying about this relationship. I'm not taking anything away from this.
She cries
I'm
again
not
at the end of episode 7.
Yeah, I'm not taking anything away from the pain and struggle of this
because honestly,
relationship.
I feel like she deserves... It's hard for me to say that now.
I'm not taking anything away from the pain and the struggle of this relationship.
I get that, but
however, every time you're sitting with somebody, you are talking about this pain and struggle of this relationship. Maybe you need to sit out a little bit.
No, she need her checks.
You need to...
She gonna milk this cow for all it's worth. All it's worth, honey.
So Portia and Marlo go on the Peach Roll pedal tour. Now listen,
cute.
I wanted to do it until I realized I had to pedal the whole time.
You have to pedal just for that to move. No.
They do. It does have a little battery where it will drive somewhat, but you do gotta pedal too sometimes.
We need a big group, right? It's not
That's
a two-person
what I said.
thing.
I said 2 people.
For me to do that, I need
how many people it take?
And I need 15. Some athletic people that like to do that stuff.
15 people.
I'll start it off, but then once we started drinking and stuff, I ain't trying to.
I need the whole group, the maximum people that can get on there. I need everybody, all hands on deck, all feet on deck. I need y'all pedaling.
It was cute or whatever.
But it was nice. And then who was it? I think it was Gary. They sing, and she started twerking.
Gary with the T.
I said,
I love
Portia,
Gary.
she back to twerking.
We saw Gary twice. He was on Married to Medicine too.
Was he?
Yeah, he was getting his teeth done by Heavenly.
He was.
I look at Gary with the teeth.
Getting the teeth done. So, now they was talking on the...
Marlo's trying to... I don't know.
She's trying to be a peacemaker.
But it's like Marlo's trying to be a peacemaker for Nene. Nene needs to be doing all this, not Marlo.
She's trying to mend everybody's broken homes and relationships.
She was talking about the Nene situation. Honestly, I feel where Portia's coming from because Nene
was like,
did
girl,
go
bye.
in, and you can't use the excuse of my husband was going through cancer for you to just be disrespectful for me when you want me to be your friend. And it's like I got my own stuff going on, and you threw that in my face.
She said, while I'm sitting here on the couch pregnant, and you decide to call me a fat bitch and all this stuff. And she was like, I was pregnant.
Yeah,
I'm not fat. I was pregnant.
It's like it was really
that
unnecessary.
Was the worst time
for something stupid as that petty closet situation. It's like it wasn't necessary.
So she was like, I don't want to do that, and so Marlo takes Portia to the hot dog factory, you know, where Dennis, that's his business. And she's like, girl, I don't want to be here.
I wouldn't like that either. If you're my friend, don't take me
Don't
to
take me to where my
person,
ex,
you know,
anything to do with my ex at that time.
like, you know
I'm
right
going
now
through
we
what-
at odds. So why am I?
That's not cute. That's
not
not
for.
funny.
It is not for you to try to take me here.
I don't want to do this. And then it was like, not just that, it's like she just kept going like, oh, let me call him and tell him that we're here. Girl, don't
Yeah.
Don't call
Tell him you love him. No, bitch, I don't
it's
love
like,
him.
It's like, if I give you, it's like she just kept taking it. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to call him on FaceTime. Not just make a phone call. Let me call him on FaceTime. Dennis, look where we are. So now not only did you call him, now he know where we at. If this fool roll up over here, now we're going to have another problem. Now tell him you love. She was like, okay, bye.
He's like, I love you, Portia.
Okay, bye.
So like, I don't know what else to say about that. Don't do that.
So it was like, I know what you're trying to do.
You have good intentions, but you're going too far.
You overstepping your boundaries,
Facts.
sweetheart. Just
Facts.
back up a little bit, please, and thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, bye.
Facts.
Nene sits with her life coach. Okay, let me ask you something. You sit with your life coach. Why your life coach drinking with you? I need you to have a clear mind if you're gonna be coaching me.
Yeah, or yeah.
I need you to. You want some water?
Yeah.
Some tea, lemonade. Not no Tito's vodka.
At first, I don't know. At first, I'm thinking like, is this life coach enabling her?
Thank you.
Because she was just like, yeah, you know, but you don't have to do that. But I didn't like it because honestly, Nene, yes, she said, I want to repair a relationship with these women because she's in a better place. But she doesn't feel like, she doesn't want to go around apologizing or having an apology tour. Yes, you do.
You owe them.
You need to
apologies.
apologize. And I'm sorry, will take you way further than you doing hugs, kisses,
And being fake.
Apologize. I'm sorry I was going through it. I'm sorry. Da 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 da.
People gonna say, what are you apologizing for?
I'm sorry for the way I treated or
Thank
whatever.
you.
I was going through it. I get it. I get it. The fact that she was going through a lot, and Nene, instead of, she's one of those people who hurt people, like to hurt people. That's her. Now that you're in a better place, what I'm supposed to do with that? So every time you're in a bad place, you can just talk to me in type of way. It doesn't work that way. So how am I? Your apology and you acknowledging what you did wrong shows me that you acknowledge that you did it, and that you can prevent it from happening again.
Now that was the next part I was about to say. So now that you acknowledge it, now that you apologize, what can we do to prevent that from happening again? So now that you acknowledge that this is why you did it. So in the future, if this comes up again, if you're in a vulnerable situation, you're in pain or whatever, what are we gonna do so that we don't have to go through this again?
She didn't necessarily have to apologize to Candy. I guess they had a little spats.
No.
But she needs to apologize to Portia. She needs to apologize to Cynthia.
Yes.
She should be. Well, I don't know if she apologized to Marlo or not.
I feel like they did because they're still, and I think Marlo probably was just a little more forgiving because she was just, I guess, more understanding and all that other stuff.
But I feel like that apology is due to Portia, Cynthia. I don't know if she did. What did she do to Eva? I know she did something, but I just don't know what.
I don't remember.
But I mean, if it was bad, then apologize to Eva too. Like, you need to apologize.
So much
you can't
these girls
just
be
throw it
doing to
underneath
each
the
other.
rug. Like, time all heals all wounds.
I
No.
think that they was upset. I know she got upset with them because she unfriended all of them. I know that was one thing. Like, she unfriended everybody on social media. That was one of the
They
things.
grow up. These women are 40 years old.
40 and 50. So I know that was one of the things. I don't even remember. I have to go back and watch the show to figure out what happened to some of
At the
them.
end of the day, Nina, you need to apologize.
I think
that's the only way you will
Eva
move
was
forward.
upset about the birthday thing when they went overseas for her birthday and how she was acting, making it about herself. And she was like, "This is my birthday, and you try to make it about yourself." And all. It was a lot. It was a lot of petty little stuff that it was like, there's so much more going on in life that y'all really shouldn't be, or y'all don't have any real beefs. Like her and Cynthia's, theirs is like real.
Yeah.
There's some deepness to that, but some of the other stuff
Because it's a real friendship.
yeah, it's some shallowness. But Candy takes Kayla to the airport to go to New York because she's going to New York to pursue her dreams of fashion. Todd's out of town, so Kayla's going with Candy. Now, like we said earlier, Kayla and Todd's relationship is a little strained at times. And at this moment, they weren't talking at all. And so Candy said, did you talk to your dad? And she was like, I think he came in my room and,
One thing I'm confused at, they said that they turn it in Kayla's room to the
The
baby's
nursery room. I noticed that too. I was like, how
that's
many rooms you got in this house?
You got plenty of rooms. Unless maybe only thing that may
Makes sense.
is the fact that the baby's room is close to their room.
True.
That's the only thing that would make sense.
Because let me
I know
see.
for a fact that she got 2 houses.
Well, the other house is like a guest room. That other whole house next door, they have that as a whole guest
That's not
situation.
Riley's room.
What next? The whole house they have.
I know
over?
they have a pool in there, and I thought like Riley's room was over there too.
It might be.
Honestly,
It's big.
I really want her to do like a tour.
Of her house.
Yes, like crib style tour.
Right, because it's
I
big.
am fascinated by it.
It's huge.
I like it.
She's like, we actually bought 2 houses for the price of one.
That's good. That's good business because she
She
had
does
to
good
renovate the
business.
house.
Yeah, she does.
She's
good
smart.
business. She's smart with her money. She ain't no fool. Okay, money making Mondays. All right. I mean, you gotta think about it. You got Ace got a room. They got a room. Riley has a room, and then Kayla has a room. So that's 4. I'm sure that she probably did some renovations to expand for space. I mean, I'm sure they got a guest room. She got a studio in there. So they don't probably have to make room for that. I'm sure he probably got them hand cave somewhere in there for his stuff. So they have entertainments, because I remember they did show that when they was doing something for Christmas or something.
Don't they have a basement too?
Yeah. So
It's a nice house.
it is a nice house.
That's a
It's
nice
very
house.
spacious. It's very nice. And I feel bad for Kayla because, not just because of her dad not being supportive, the fact
see
that
that-
Candy can't be involved as much as she wants to.
Or the
and
fact
it
that you
puts a
see
strain.
your quote unquote not quote unquote, but you see
see
your
your
stepsister getting whatever she wants, and you got to work for everything that you got.
Right. Literally
So-
everything. And it's like, for Riley, she gets what she wants because, yeah, that's Candy. That's her mother. But also because Riley's doing what she's supposed to be doing. She's doing what Candy is asking her to do. And Kayla's like, I mean, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing too. It's not like I'm out here messing up and, out here doing bad. I just want a little help. And that's got to be hard to be in that position as the mother, the stepmother. And it's like, I have so many connections and so much to give her, and I can really help her. It's right here in my hands. And you like, no.
Yeah.
So you rather her fail.
Not really fail, but you just gotta work for it. It's not gonna be given.
But it's like she could potentially fail. And that's what like hurts my heart, that you would potentially let your child just fail because
I
you
guess what
want her.
Todd would say, I'd rather you fail and learn something from it than it just be given to you and you not learn anything.
But then it's like, if she's...
It's a different world. Todd is from New York. He has that New York hustle mentality. Candy is, Georgia peach. And Todd needs to realize you have a girl, you have a daughter.
He gotta meet in the middle.
I feel
They gotta have a healthier compromise.
I feel like it could be both. Yes, your child does need to have a little bit of street smart because that's how the world is. But dang, like you ain't gotta make her.
I'm
You make it
concerned
seem
about
like you
what she
broke,
about
like
to
you
do.
got money.
What is she about to do when she go to New York? Like, where's she gonna stay? How's she about to live and maintain up there? Because it's like,
Well, her family's up there. She gonna live with her family.
can she live with a family? I mean, the way
Riley's rent is about $5,000.
the way he acted, he might be like, don't let her come stay with you. No, she got to get her own place. She might not be able to live with her family. The way he act,
Yikes!
it's
gonna be interesting to see how they raise Blaze.
Yes, yeah, and Ace, because
I feel like Ace is a boy, so he's gonna
nonetheless,
have
you think that Candy not gonna want to help Ace?
Yeah, but I feel like she's gonna allow Todd to make him, groom a man.
Yeah,
into
as far
Ace.
as being a man, but if Ace come and say he want to do something,
They're gonna have to compromise.
Candy's gonna overrule him.
Maybe.
I feel like that's when, when they be like, don't throw up in my face that I make more money, nothing like that, that's a bad thing to do in a relationship. I feel like that might be the time when that might come up. Listen, I make this work around here. Because she did get upset again because it came up. Carmen came over and was talking about how he done went and bought a truck. oh yeah, Ty done went and bought Ty done went and bought a tractor trailer. And she was like, what?
Yeah. He done started a whole bunch of businesses.
And she's just like, and she's looking at, her product line that she got, the lipstick and stuff that she's doing. And
they got a baby on the way.
She's like, Ty's doing too much. And she's
Yeah.
like, what's going on? She's like, we got the lipstick line coming out. He talking about he want to get a third location for OLG breakfast. And now you talking about him went and bought a truck. Like, we got a baby we making right now. We got to get ready for that. Kayla about to go off. Riley's in, like, she's like, no,
it's too much going on.
It's too much. And I think with her, what she's thinking about is, I was not there for Riley. I'm still busy. I'm still doing this because I'm going to still make my money. And she's like, I don't want to be.
That's what Riley told her, though.
Exactly. That's what she was like, y'all doing too much.
Y'all not even home for Ace. So y'all want another child?
You see that cook was in there cooking. Mm-hmm. You got Becky in here cooking breakfast.
So that's what's going on in their life.
So they got a lot.
Yeah.
Cynthia and Eva go on a double date with the two Mikes.
I do like me some Mike Hill.
I like both Mikes.
Yeah, they both cool. But that Mike Hill though, that's a man.
Listen, when he got
a little
loud,
hot, he was like
about that recording.
He was like, I'm protective over this.
He was
one
like,
right
that
here.
one right there, that one mine. And
I'm like, yes.
He was like, yeah, whoever did that, don't let me get you out the streets.
It was cute though, that little football bowling thing.
He was like, yeah, whoever loses has to move. So it was the models versus the Mikes, and the models lost.
Yeah.
And so Mike runs up and picks Cynthia up and was like, so you
going to
moving
LA?
to LA? And she's like,
I feel like she shouldn't move to LA because his job is in LA. He can't work remote like you can. I mean,
you just got businesses.
I mean, yeah, you could come back to Atlanta to film for Atlanta, but
yeah, you have businesses, and I mean, I'm not saying that your businesses are not important, that you need to be here.
But you can be remote with them.
You can hire a manager to manage, and you can keep in touch and all that other stuff. It's not like it's New York where you were on the runway and you were needing to be there and for the gigs and to do that.
And for the record, this is also where, when they met up, this is where Eva decides to also bring up the fact that Nene someone recorded Cynthia's conversation. I was like, this is exactly why you should not have told Eva the way that you told her.
Because she wanted to make sure that they knew. Oh, and she asked her husband,
is illegal.
Okay, can I have your professional opinion? If someone did this, like, how would that work out? He was like, well, if it was a conflict between you and that person, that's one thing. But if it was somebody else just sitting there and they overheard and they recorded, that's totally different. Yeah. So Kenya goes to her attorney to discuss protecting her assets for Brooklyn because she's like, in my opinion, it's like she kind of can tell where this relationship is going, but she don't want to
say it.
Yeah, she don't want to admit it because it's like once you say it out loud, it's true.
But the fact that they ain't got no dang on prenup, it's like, ugh.
And she's just like, I just want to make sure that I leave something for my daughter. Like, I don't want it to, something happen to me and then it's like we're trying to figure out what she's gonna have. I want to make sure my daughter's taken care of. And then, of course, like we said earlier, she starts crying, and it's like
it's like, all right, girl, get it together.
She breaks down a little bit, and it's kind of like, come on. And she was like, I'll be back, and I want to be stronger.
Did she ever talk about counseling with him?
With him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's what they need. They need some counseling.
I think they talk about it. I think they talk about it next week.
Oh.
He made that comment. That's fine. She can take all this. I built this once before. I can do it again. It's like, so he's checked out. But the lawyer was advising her that, if they don't have, because they said you can go about it 2 ways. You can do a will or a trust, and was letting her know the difference between the will and the trust. And it was just it's sad that you're in the situation where you're even having to think about this. In a sense, I understand that you have to prepare for this sort of thing. You never know when it's your time to go. But it's sad that you're doing this because of the status of your relationship. You're not doing this because as a couple, it's like, okay, let's make sure that we have things set up for our kids so they don't have to be fighting and arguing over who gets what and so on and so forth. You're doing this because you want to protect your assets from his kids because he has other kids. And that's what the lawyer was telling her. It was like, well, if he has other kids, then it'll be a fight, you know. And she was just like, yeah, he has other kids. It's like, okay, well then, yeah, you might want to get this in line. So, Portia and Dennis go to counseling. And my issue with this was, you can see that Portia's still very hurt and bothered by this. Dennis, like, he was just unconcerned and unfazed by this. He's just sitting there like, I mean, I apologize to her.
Basically, I feel like Dennis, he's very patient. He's willing to play this out, but he's going to cheat on her again. I don't feel like he says sorry, but he says it because it sounds
I feel
nice.
like he was sorry that he got caught. I feel like he's sorry that he hurt her. I feel like Dennis does really genuinely love Portia and his family. However, I just don't think that he
he's not ready to
wants
give up
to
them
be.
hoes.
Yeah.
Which I don't understand, because she literally said, if you want that lifestyle, you want to
Then
be
do
single,
it.
then do that. We'll be co-parents, but don't be like, oh, I want to be
But
all about you.
he wants to have her in this
To
life
himself?
eventually.
I feel like that's a problem with men.
I want you eventually, but I feel like if I let you go,
Someone
then you
else
might
might,
find
someone
yes.
else.
And I don't want that.
Because I want you, but it's not right now, because
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm
ready
not
to give up this
ready
hose
right
yet.
now. But I can't tell you that because I know you and you ain't gonna be down with
Then how
that.
can you say you really love me then?
Because he do.
No, you don't.
He do.
If you love me, let me go. And
He
let me be
found-
great with someone else
he-
that can make me great. You can't say you love me when you're doing things that hurt my feelings and break my heart, but you want to keep me in your back pocket.
Girl,
That's
he
selfish
said
as hell.
he
Love
done
is not
found
selfish.
The one. This is, love is selfish.
You don't love me then. If you
I
love
love
me,
just you.
if you love me, then you let me go and let me go be great with somebody else. Because obviously you're not treating me the way I need to be treated.
And that's what she said. She was like, I don't want Pilar to see this.
Yeah.
And that's what bothered me about that. I just didn't like how he was just so unconcerned. And I'm just sitting, and she's like crying. Like she's
really hurt.
yes. And you just sitting here, like you didn't try to comfort her and no kind of nothing. You didn't try to touch her, comfort her, console her, assure her,
I don't
nothing.
think she wanted that anyhow, though.
But my thing is, if you really are trying to make this work, you need to give her some kind of reassurance, even if it's just in your words.
You already know that he don't really care about how she's feeling, whatever, because on their ride back, he was like, can I come over? He just wants some ass. That's
And
all
they-
he wants.
and
that's
that's
what
why
he's trying to appease her so he can get some ass.
And that's why she was like, I hadn't said I love you because I don't want you to feel like it's okay and everything is going back to normal and we just gonna, I don't feel like you've earned that right for me to tell you that. Yeah, I do love you, but I don't feel like you deserve
you don't deserve
you
to hear
haven't
that.
earned that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that it's right that he's treating her like this. No, but I feel like that's where his head is. His head is like, I found me a good woman. I found a woman that I want to build a life with, but I'm just not in that point, at that stage in my life where I should be to be able to give that kind of commitment. But I don't want to miss out on this.
Well, can't have your cake and eat it
Yeah,
too.
exactly. That's what he wants. He wants his cake. He wants to eat it too. And it's like, you should, but the thing is, like we said before, earlier, you knew the kind of guy. You knew people were saying stuff about him. Nobody wants to hear that about the man that they have fallen in love with, the man that they don't have a child with. You don't want to hear that the man that you with is a cheater. He got a lot of hoes.
Apparently, he
You
was
just
cheating with animals and stuff.
You don't want to hear none of that.
I would love to know what was that about.
Well, niggas will never know. You don't want to hear that.
Yeah, that breaks
You don't
your
want to
heart.
accept that. And then the fact, like she said, you did this while I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And then in that counseling, you know, he was saying that, like, you know,
It was a
we
mistake.
wasn't having, girl, she was
Yeah.
like, stop saying that. She was like, when I was pregnant, you know, you trying to act like we wasn't having sex. She was like, we was having sex. So what more,
Look,
more
I'm a
did you
man,
want?
have needs.
What more do you
But
want? I got a
then-
big belly. What do you want?
Then he gonna say, well, she was like, well, those text messages were after I had the baby. So what's your point? Oh, well, you know, postpartum is a thing. Okay, so
Sir, that's when you supposed to have been there for me.
what? Well, she said that he was there. He was there. They've cried together.
Yeah. But she was...
Yeah. I know
gonna
you're about to
say
go.
I'm
I know you're about to go.
to say something else.
I mean, we already know now, current day, they're back together. But
It was... I can't.
It's
can't do
hard.
it.
Honestly,
can't.
I don't know. It's hard, especially when it's different when you have a child with somebody.
Right.
Because you're thinking of the family and stuff. But I always say is make sure he's worth it. It's okay to forgive him. Just make sure it's worth it.
You can forgive somebody and not be with them. I'm gonna say that. It's very important people understand that.
True,
You can
but you want to
forgive
give
somebody.
it another go. No one's perfect, and back in the day, Papa was a Rolling Stone. It still happens
Grandma
today.
and
but
Papa didn't break up.
Nah,
they didn't divorce.
They didn't. He had a whole family.
He had 32 kids outside of this marriage.
So
But the 4 was your uncle and aunt. That's all you knew about. You know about the other 32 kids.
yeah, so I don't know. Hopefully that he does change. I don't see it, but that's just me.
People do change. They do.
We gotta change. I don't know. I guess why I don't see it because he's real nonchalant about it. He says
The way
it
he's
doesn't
showing
sound
on this
genuine.
episode,
It doesn't sound genuine.
I
Don't
don't
seem
see
genuine.
change. Yeah.
So
People change though. People do change.
Yeah.
I've seen people change in life.
honestly, both episodes were kind of dry for me.
I told you I was gonna come together and try to make something happen for you.
Yeah, that's a good
Make
list.
it happen, Captain.
So yeah, I give C to both.
It's just a C average.
Yeah.
It was average. We're gonna see how this goes. It's gonna get better.
Yeah.
It will. And
So yeah.
we will not be recording
Next
next
week.
week. It is Christmas Eve, but you guys, we are going to come and do New Year's Eve. We are going to do a show Thursday. We're going to do Love and Hip Hop New York.
So this Thursday.
And we're going to give you guys the Married to Medicine today as well.
So we're doing that next. So,
That'll be up next, so be
stay
looking
tuned.
for that. Okay.
Bye guys.